Children, today we shall discuss the teaching of essays and letters. In your class, you are facing different essays and letters. In your examination, you will be also given some essays and two letters. One official letter and one is private letters or non-official. So this is the topic, how you can easily write or attend the essays and letter in your examination. Essay writing is an art. You have to follow certain techniques, certain steps to help you in the examination. Some outlines or some guidelines or some points are also given to help you in the examination. In the like manner, in your application and letter writing, you are also given choice. That means one official letter is given and one non-official, or we can say the official letter or formal letter and non-official or informal letters. So in this class, I want to teach you the different steps you must follow at the time of writing official letters or personal letter or informal letters. Children, first you go through the question, try to understand thoroughly. If you feel that your personal letter or private letter or non-official letter is easier for you, you first attend that one. Otherwise, you attend the official letter. For most of the students, official letters are easier to write. Why? There are certain formats or forms you follow step by step, so that in most of the application, same format or same procedure or same system is followed. So if you have learnt 2 or 3 applications in your class 9, and that will also help you in class 10 examinations. But this is suppose this is the just you have to revise or remember the steps, and in a matured way at this stage. The application you have learnt from the class 7, but now that stage and this stage is different. At this stage you have to write in a matured way. That means in the official, at the time of writing official letter, you have to write in official language. What do you mean by official language? That means your writing must be very precise, that is clear and meaningful and to the point. You must not repeat the same lines again and again. You must not repeat the words again and again. So unless you practice, unless you have written several times the applications, at the time of writing application in your examinations, you may face little difficulty. So my dear children, so don't feel that writing part is difficult, because your scoring, your achievement in English paper, or your good scoring or good marks depends mainly on subjective part. If you are writing the subjective part nicely, and if you are able to score more marks in subjective part, definitely you will secure more than 90% mark in English. But it is found that in some of the cases, nowadays you are given multiple choice questions of 50 marks, and you feel that this is easier for you to attend, because answers as well as questions are available before you, and you have to put your choice. If you have go through the text in detail and you are thorough to give answers. So most of the students feel it very easy for them to attend the multiple choice questions answers. But these students can secure more marks in the English paper unless they are thorough to attend the subject parts. So dear students, so it is very important for you to write subjective part, and it is also readily available for your knowledge that essay writing and application writing are very easy for you. How? Because you have learned to write essays from lower classes, and you have been writing till now, and also every day minimum one application you are also writing when you remain absent from school or when you want to conduct a meeting in your school. You are acquainted with writings of letter and essays. So only thing is that you have to follow certain rules, certain steps, and write precisely with the requirements so that you will score good marks. So let us discuss at first the letter, the body of letter. So we can divide the letter in different parts. Accordingly, you will be also awarded marks in your examinations. Your letter writing carries 10 marks. The both official letter and non-official letters both carries 10 marks. So in bit marks you will be also given. Sometimes it is a wrong notion of the students that if we will write the format only, the forms only without content, then we will get full marks. No, this is wrong. You will not be awarded any mark without content. So if you are writing format correctly or forms correctly or steps correctly, but you are not writing the content, then you will not be awarded any marks. So my dear student, you just write the steps correctly, along with you have to write the content. So content is always available in the questions. For what you want to express, you just write the negative things. That suppose, for example, you want to electrify your classroom, write an application to headmaster to help to supply fans or lights to your classroom or repair fans or light in your classroom. So you just start from negative. Sir, we don't have any fan, or our fans have been damaged, or when our rooms have not been properly electrified, so we feel suffocated or we feel uncomfortable to sit in the class. So this is the points you have to cite before the your headmaster through applications. Then you have to pray. If these things will be fulfilled, then we will feel comfortable to go on, or we will study smoothly, like that. So when application will be asked to do something, you just start from negative sides, that you don't have that thing and you are praying, you are applying, you are requesting your authority to supply the things to you. So this is the 2 steps you have to remember. So let us start with an application, that is our application, that is letter writing. Letter writing is very interesting thing, and some students believe that if you write difficult words or bombastic words or very in a complexity manner, you will carry good mark, and that will be regarded as matured handwriting or matured writing or matured expression. Then you will be awarded good marks. No, this is wrong. You must follow very simple language and very clearly and precise. You present your thoughts and feelings and what you need to express. So this is the first important points you have to remember. That means express your thoughts or ideas or opinion in a very simple language. There is no need to use any difficult words or phrases or any bombastic words or any complex sentences. Just you can write with simple sentences, and that must be very precise so that your marks, your application will carry good marks. Then that means avoid high sounding words. You think that if you write high sounding words, that will give a good impression and you will get good marks. No, this is not the thing. You always write the things very simply. Okay. Then don't make the application lengthy. You have to write within 100 words. If you go on writing 150 words, unnecessary, you are killing your time, and that will be rather lengthy, and your efficiency in subjective part will be negative, you will have negative impact and you will not carry good marks. So students, please remember that you are asked to write within 150 words. That is not, though it is not binding to write in 150 words. If it is more than 5 or 10 words or less 10 words, no matter, but your content must be very precise and your steps must be correct so that you will be awarded good marks. So this is the thing. Let's write one application. Then you learn how to write easily applications, no problem. And in most of the cases, you see, if you go through the last year examinations in your 10th class, you will see that most of the applications are coming on school affairs. That means all the applications are related to schools. So you must be very thorough on school affairs and the application relating to school affairs. Let us start from the school work. Now we will learn an application on school activities or relating to our school affairs. So in most of the application from school, that is formal letters. We can say formal letters or official letters. We can say or official letters. Official letters. At this stage, you are getting two kinds of official letter. One is from school affairs, relating to our school affairs. That is school wing, we can say. Then other officials. Other officials. Right? So let us start an application. Suppose write an application to your headmaster to allow your class to play a friendly match with another class or another school. Suppose write an application to your headmaster requesting him to allow your school team to play a friendly match with another school. This is a common application. Let us see what steps you must follow. First you have to follow the heading. You have to write the heading. Under this part, what you must write? There are two choices for writing the heading. Always choose the right top corner. That means this is the copy you are getting in your examination and you choose the right top corner. Always put your heading at the right top corner of the paper. That is, heading means address and date without name. You have to write the address and date without name. Whom? Address and date of the sender. Who is writing the letter? You have to write the address and date without name. You must not mention the name of the applicant at this stage. That is, this is the paper you are writing. Suppose you belongs to Jila School Puri. You just write Jila School Puri. Then put the date today. Suppose today you are writing an application. Now we will write. Suppose we are writing 30th or 29th. Tomorrow 38th. This is month June. You must write June. Then 2016. So this type of date is acceptable. You should not write 36/16. This is not acceptable. Or you can write June 30 also. June 30, 16. This way you can write 30th June or 29th or 20th or 12th, like that. So now let's write 29th June 2016. So this much you must write. Now you see, this is your heading part is over. Heading part is over. Then you just come to imaginary line to this left side of, start your writing from the left side of the paper. Then to, that is called salutation stage. Salutation stage. That means to whom you are writing, you just write to the headmaster, then Jilla School, then Puri. Don't write in one line. Then come, you can write, put the subject here for what you are writing application. That means you can write very shortly, permission to play friendly football match or cricket match as you required by the questions. Football match, right? Then at this salutation stage, you have to write sir. Then comma. With due respect, you can start with with due respect. Respectfully, humbly, I have the honor to state that. You just follow these 3 steps. Very shortly, very precisely you can write. You write with due respect, you can write, start with due respect. Or you can write respectfully or respectfully and humbly. Or you can write, I have the honor to state that. This is the thing. You have to write sir. Suppose with due respect, I have the honor to state that. With respect, I want to state that. I wish to state that. I beg to state that. Suppose I have the honor to state that. I am writing, I have the honor to state that. That means I have the honor to say that. Then what you want to say now? What you want to say, that means what you want to write. And this is now the stage, your third stage is coming, that is content. That is body of the letter. This is very important part, or content we can say. This is the content part or body. That means starts from this point. That means I have the honor to state that. With due respect, I beg to state that. Or respectfully and humbly, I beg to state that, or I wish to state that. I am writing to state that also. You can write. Then what you want to write as per the question. That means your body, your content is available in the questions. That means you are asked to take permission from your headmaster for a friendly football match or cricket match. So this is the stage. You must mention your ideas very clearly. That means when you are proposing to conduct play a match, then with whom and who are there, with whom you are going to play, and who are you proposing to play, and when you are playing, and where you are playing. When, where, with whom. Between 2 teams game will be played. You have to mention the 2 teams, name of the 2 teams, the place of the game, the time periods, and who are the officials to conduct the games. This is the point. On the basis of this point, you have to write the applications. Now, you start the body from this. Then elaborately we cannot write one by one because there are number of things to be discussed before you. Just you remember now the content part or body part is coming before you, and I told you what to write in that content part or body, in the body of the letter, and you will get the content or body of the letter in the question. That means you are asked to write, you are asked to seek the permission or get the permission from our headmaster to play friendly football match. So now you have to mention the name of the team. That means I have the honor to state that the players of our school football team are very interested to play a friendly football match or cricket match according to the question with the team of another, suppose city school Puri. So this is the team we have mentioned. We mentioned two teams. Now where? In our school playground. You can mention we want to play friendly football match with the team of City High School Puri in our school playground. This is over. I told you that means you are presenting the two teams. Between the two teams you want to play friendly match. This is over. This stage is over. Then who will conduct the match and what is your purpose behind this game? Now you can write the physical teachers of both the high schools have consented to conduct the match. That's over. Your class teachers or your other teachers of the schools are very much interested for the match. You can also mention. Now, third stage. What is the purpose behind this match? There are number of purpose. You can cite one or two purpose. That means this is a practice game, or you can write this game will help us to play the inter-school football match. That means inter-schools means the games are conducted between the schools or among schools of the district once in a year. So you can mention that this game will help us to play the inter-school football game going to be held in the next month, and this is a practice game. We will be confident or we will gain a lot of things and we will prepare ourselves. This may be a preparatory game for us, and if you play such type of games, then we will be strong to face the coming inter-schools games. Understand? So this is the things. At the same time, you must give assurance to your headmaster that, sir, we assure you to play the game very strictly and obey the rules. Then this is the body. Then come to salutation. That is, sorry, our heading is over, salutation is over, body is over, then subscription come. Subscription part is coming. Now body is over. Now over. Then came subscription part. This is the last part, and that part you have to mention your prayer with yours faithfully or obediently like that. This is the ending part of the application. Then after writing this, you can write therefore comma I request you to, for what? Request you to consider our application, consider our proposal, consider our case, and allow us to play the game in our school football school field on a suitable date. That means at the time of seeking permission, you are not the final authority to decide the date, and that's why you just write, therefore I request you to consider our application or consider our proposal or consider our case kindly and allow us to play the game, or you can write make necessary arrangements to play the game in our school field on a suitable date, and oblige. Then after writing the things, you can write and oblige very shortly. Then on the last, that is salutations, last part of the salutation stage, that is yours. You can write obediently, OBEDIENTLY, or you can write yours faithfully. Yours faithfully. Then write your name. Suppose Prakash Mahapatra. You can write captain. You can write class X also, write class X, captain school football team. School football team. You have already mentioned the place and date. Now you mentioned your name and the designation given to you in your school team. Suppose you have forgotten to put the date and place at the right top corner, then you have option. You have choice also to write this. If you have forgotten to write on the right top corner of the letter copy, then you have the option. You can write here. Suppose you have forgotten, you have not written at the end, you saw that you have not written the name and address, then here is option for you. You can write here. That means you can write here Jilla School, again Puri, then the same 29th June 2016. You can also write. And sometimes students are committing mistakes by putting a comma here. Not this is right thing. This is not acceptable. Then don't put comma here. You can write comma here or without comma, no problem. Yours obediently. And here comma is optional. You may give or may not give. You can write yours obediently or yours faithfully. This is not apostrophe or S apostrophe. Apostrophe S is or S apostrophe is not acceptable. This is optional. But you never put any comma after R. This is not yours. This is yours. Okay. So this is the model. I gave you a model of formal letters. I hope you will follow the steps and very clearly with simple sentences you can write the application. Okay. Then let us discuss another model, that is informal or non-official letters. Suppose you are unable to write official letter, there is a choice for you in examinations. In another choice, you are also free to choose private letter or informal letters, we say. That is non-official letters. Informal or non-official letters. That is non-official. Non-official also coming to your blood relation, father, uncle, mother, then friend, relatives. So these are the things. So this is the same step. In this category, we will have to follow the same stages what I just discussed with you for official writing. Same stage. Heading. Also, yeah, here nowadays heading can be written here. That is both choices there. You can write heading here or heading here, no problem. Now you need not be confused. You follow the same side. Always choose the right corner. If you have been acquainted and you are using this side, also follow this side, no problem. But what my experience says that most of the students are following this side as right top corner to write the heading. So as you like, but it will be easier for you to remember the right side. Nowadays this is also acceptable. This stage also sign, you can put your signature here, no problem. Suppose you are asked, you are staying in a school hostel, you need some money, extra money, write an application to your father, write a letter to your father requesting to send money. Suppose you are Ramesh Sahu staying at school hostel of Jila School Puri, you are in need of money, write a letter to your father asking for money. So this is the questions. So from this question you can guess whether this is informal letter or official or formal letter. This is purely tribal letter because you was asked to write to your father. So now you decide to write the write the informal letter or non-official letter. So you have to follow the same steps. Now choose the heading. Now as you are staying in school hostel, you just write room number 5, suppose, then East Hostel, Jila School, then Puri, then date 29th June 2016. Now this is the heading. Now you can write, now you are writing the father to father, you can write my dear father, you can write my dear father. Okay. Then this is the, now salutation stage is coming, heading is over, my dear father, then comma, my best wishes, you can write my best regard, my best regards to you, my best regard to you, regards to you, regards always write, my dear father or dear father, you can write my best regards to you, you can write I am fine here, hope you do the same, hope you all the same, that is wish. We are at the time of private letter, you are to wish good things. That means in the first line of the letter you have to express your best wishes, best regards or good wishes. So in the like manner you can write my best regards to you, I am fine here and hope you all the same, and hope you all the same. Then after writing you come to content, what you want to write in this part, and the content is also available in the questions. That means you need some amount or money and you want to request your father to send you money. Now, before writing, now you can write why you need money. I told you that when you want to express something or demand something, you come to the negative part. That means why, when you are going to write or ask about money, then why you need money, you have to mention. Now you write, my pre-test examination is coming or my final examination is coming sooner. I need some test papers and guides, or I have not paid the hostel dues, or some our annual function is going to be held in our hostel, so I need at least 300 rupees more. Father, this time I am going to give you some extra burden. The money you have given me have been exhausted on school dues. Now I want to purchase or buy 2 test papers of different publications and I need at least 300 from you. And now I am very busy. I hope if I purchase the test papers and go on practicing thoroughly, I am sure I will secure good marks, and trust me father, I will cherish your desire, or I will fulfill your desire. I will show you my good result. All the teachers are guiding us properly. I am very busy. And in the last part, you just write, please. So you just wrote the content is over now. Towards the last part, that is coming the salutation part, content is over. Please don't forget to convey now some best wishes to your mother, because wishing good wishes to father or demanding money is not enough. At the same time, in the case of letter writing to a private person or blood relation, you have to also inquire the welfare or send your good wishes to your mother or younger brother or sisters, like that, to the family members, other family members also. So in this regard, I say that you just write, please don't forget to convey my love to mother, love to mommy. You can write. If you have some younger brothers or sisters, you can write, and mommy and Chinu are good like this. Suppose one sister is there or brother is there, good. So this is the thing. And in last line, you just wishing your early respond. I remain. This is the last part. I remain yours lovingly. Yours loving son, you can write. Loving son. You can write any name. XY that I am writing. You can write any name. This is the thing. So another thing you have to just add in case of informal letter. So these are the things. Now you wrote body, then salutation stage, then content, then subscription, then what additional stage you have to do at the time of writing a private letters. Yours lovingly, yours loving son. For friends, yours sincerely, your sincere friend, yours truly, like that you have to write. Yours forever. Then you prepare like this. that means write stamp, then to the sender you are writing, then from. You do this much work, so that you will be awarded another 1 mark, no problem. Now your lecture is carrying 10 marks, and if you follow all the steps and write promptly and precisely without omitting any stage, I hope you will get 9 out of 10, no problem. So this is a model of official letters and non-official letters or informal letters. And for your blood relation, father, mother, uncle, you just write like this. Also, following this model, you can write a letter to your friends. At the time of writing such type of letter to your friends, you just write yours sincerely, yours truly, yours forever, like that you can write. And this is the things or model you must follow at the time of writing letters in your examination. Okay, children. Now let's go to essay writing. Now essay writing also plays very important role in the subjective part. It carries 12 marks. Nowadays, what our experience goes, most of the essays are coming under 3 categories. That is, on school affairs, on family affairs, and other reflexive essays, seasons and plot, newspaper, day to day, or scientific work like that. But it is always easier for you, it will be always easier for you to attend the essays relating to your school affairs or family affairs. Your school peon, your favorite teacher, the school subject you like most, annual sports day in your school, annual function day in your school, games and sports in the school, ideal students, your headmaster, your class teacher, the teachers' day, the observance days in your school. So these are the essays regularly coming in the 10th class examinations. So you have to go through such type of essays very thoroughly. And for family, your father, your mother, your grandparents, the season you like most, rainy season, summer season, winter season. So some steps are common for all seasons. Only after writing the steps you have to mention the specific seasons according to the questions. So these are the very common essays coming in your examination. But the thing is that you have to follow certain procedure, and to help you in writing essays, some outlines are also given. Take the case of your school. Let us discuss one model, your school. That is, all the affairs of the school you have to mention. What you must mention? Suppose you have not prepared, you have not gone through the essays. Only in a class 7 or 8, you have once or twice read the essay. Now you thought that school is very easy, essay will not come, so you have not prepared. 3 choices will be given, 3 essays will be given. Out of 3 essays, you will have to attend 1. Suppose you saw that the essays are not coming to your mind. You feel difficult in writing essays. Don't be hopeless. Still then you can write essays. So what are the strategy or techniques or methods you must follow? You must keep in your mind that in spite of your early preparation at stage 7, you are still energetic, you are still efficient to write an essay at this stage. That means required for your 10th class. Though you have not prepared thoroughly, only you have prepared essay or 10-line sentence essay or 20-line sentence essay in your 7th class or primary stages. But this is the secondary stages. You have to write some essays in a matured way. Still then you can write. By organizing your ideas, by taking the help of guidelines given in your question paper, you can write a very good essay. Very good essay you can write, no problem. At this stage of subjective part, most of the students are being nervous. No need to be nervous. Be confident. You are always able to write essay, but you have not tried. You have not thought a while. The moment you read the question, you feel nervous. I have not prepared. I have not gone through. I have not cramped. How can I write? Cramming is not necessary. Going through essay's book is always good. Suppose in case the essay you have not prepared is coming in your examination, you should not be hopeless. Because you can collect our ideas, techniques. Now you have some experience because you are living in the society. You see the seasons, you see the school, you are involving yourself in the day-to-day work, in the observation day, in school function days, or you can see the seasons, many things you have experience. But this is the feeling making you nervous. When you know the techniques, when you have not prepared the essay, if you have prepared the essay coming then readily available, you can write. In case you have not prepared, what techniques you must follow, what strategy you must follow, so that you can write an essay very promptly and confidently without any fear, and that will help you in securing good marks. We will discuss that one. Suppose you are given to write an essay on your school. Children, it is very easy. So you are given some outlines. Now I am not writing the outlines, very common essay, just I am showing you the techniques or strategy how to write essay on an unknown topic for you that you have not acquainted with. You have already learned certain essays and you are writing, and the essay you have not learned is coming in your exams, then how to attempt. This is the thing. Suppose you have not learned the essay your school. When you hear the word school, some ideas are also coming to your mind. Here is a building, there is garden, there is gate, students, library, teachers, all the things are there. So you have to collect certain points. That means building, then what garden is there, teacher, students, then what activities are done, game, classroom, prayer class, recess, then observance days, function, examination. These are the points, very common points a common man can know. Even in students, if you ask a common man who is not a student, he can also say. Then these are the points you have to collect. out of our experience, when an essay will be given for you to write, if you have not thoroughly prepared that essay, that does not mean that you don't have any ideas. You have lot of ideas. You have lot of experience. But the techniques you must apply, how to organize your idea, how to collect your ideas, and what you must start first. So if you collect these ideas, these points, then you have to decide the second stage, how to start. This is the essay I am discussing for the students who have not prepared thoroughly. And those are preparing thoroughly, this is not the strategy, because you have prepared thoroughly, you got the topic, you wrote the essay, outlines are given. So for the students who have prepared thoroughly, I have certain words to you, that always start an essay with some quotations, some opening lines, that is general to specific. At the time of the writing, you always try to come from general to specific. What is general to specific? For the brilliant students, those who are prepared, they are just coming and writing. We call it cramming. That means you have learned and remembered something and presenting something. The moment you forgot what you have learnt throughout the year, you will not be able to write, because that is the system of cramming. This is not your creativity. You have not collected the ideas. You have not thought of. You are not able to present the things. That is called cramming. Cramming is also accepted, but to some extent. Not always. The students, those are depending on cramming. That is only remembering and trying to write without understanding. That is cramming. And they may face difficulty. They may face problem at the time of writing. So these are the things those have prepared thoroughly. These are the additional things or steps you must remember, and these are the steps those have not prepared thoroughly I am describing. Now you see, always write essays through introduction. First stage, introduction. You have to introduce the topic, and your introduction must come from general ideas to specific ideas. So here is a question for you. You are given an essay on your school. So what is general ideas and what is specific ideas? General means generally what we do in school, or generally what activities are done in all the school. That is general. What is the objective of the school? That is general. What is the function, common function or common objective, or in a very easy language, what are the common works done in school? That is general. That means we can write, there are number of ways of expressing the general ideas. In a literal way, in a very simple way also we can write. But write. Don't forget that stage. Because this is the stage that will attract the attention of the examiner, and this is the stage that we can say first impression last long. That means if you follow the techniques, your writing will be very impressive and very touchy, and examiner will be bound to give you good marks. So we can write there are a number of ways of giving the general ideas. School is a place, or school is a temple of learning. School plays an important role in the life of a student. Here a student come and learn. Here the students come and learn a lot of things. Beside their lessons, they learn discipline, cooperation, fellow feeling, sacrifice, tolerance, and self-sufficiency. Or school is treated as the second family or next to family. Understand? So, an ideal school always look after or take care of the all-round development of the students. So, after writing, my school also present all the things. This is the brilliant students, and you have learned to go step by step. Then for students, you have to analyze, you have to make groups. So what things come first? Building, where it is situation. My school stands on the bank of river Amuka. My or like this you can say. Understand? My school stands on the bank of Kataradi. My school is a building. It is situated in the district of Puri near temple, Lord Jagannath temple, like that you can write. Then my school is a building. There is a big vast garden in front of the school. There are highly educated teachers. Then there are 500 or 600 students. So these are the things required. There are well ventilated classrooms. There is NCC room, other officer room, the headmaster, then present the headmaster, then other officials are there. So you have to mention all the things. Then after this, what's are done in the schools? That means teaching, learning. The teachers are their best ability, teachers very simple way, in a very simple way. Then the students' performance you have to mention. My school breaks the record. The students perform well in the HS examination. Then come to games and sports. Then come to other observance days, what is done in your school. Then at the end of the year, how you are making annual functions. So these are the things you write. Okay? Then students, now if you have any doubt regarding essays and letters, you can ask me. School. Now you observe how to write an essay on known topic. That is, you have not read, you have not practiced, still then you are able to attend or write an essay very promptly, nicely, by collecting the ideas, by organizing the ideas, and by maintaining some links. So when all the ideas will be collected by the students, then you have to make some grouping. What ideas or what things will be written first and what will come to second, third, like this. We call it maintain links or coherence, head and tail. You must maintain head and tail in a essay. That means you must not repeat the same thing again and again. So this is the introductory part. Then I told you at the introductory part, you just mention some general ideas, then from general to specific, then you present the topic, then collecting the ideas, what things should come first and what things should come to second, third, so on. So the last part, you write the conclusion part. Conclusion. This is the essay. So sometimes the students think that just mere answering of the outlines are essays. No. Or you can only write the essays as per the outlines. No. Outlines are given to help you. Outlines does not mean that one paragraph. In one outline does not carry one paragraph. You may write many paragraphs, or 2 points may be kept in one paragraph. But at the time of writing, you must keep in your mind that as per the outlines, you must write the essay, so that a proper link or coherence will be maintained in the essay writing. So this is the thing you must keep in your mind at the time of writing an essay. Children, I also told you how to write formal letters and informal letters. For formal letters and informal letters, you have to follow certain points, heading, then that is body, then heading, then body, then subscription, that is ending. 3 main parts are there, and after that you are writing for official letters yours faithfully, yours for school yours obediently or faithful, for other officials faithfully, and for non-official or informal letters you are writing your sincerely, your lovingly, for blood relations, your for friends, your sincere friend, your truly, yours forever, like that. So these are the minimum and fundamental requirements needed for a student to write the letters. Okay, children, today you learnt how to write letters, how to write essays. Thank you.